Our Stibbs question of the day brought to you by Tire Depot. Don't forget about your tires, man. Talk about this all the time. Don't drive around on those snow tires. Now you think, well, it's over. It was 80 degrees today. Well, excessive summer heat wears out tires even more quickly than the winter tires. Celebrating 25 years, Central Connecticut's #1 homegrown tire source. That is Tire Depot. Warehouse full of tires. So if they don't have the Cooper, Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and all the other ones there on site, they'll get it to you within an hour. Tony and his team, Connecticut business success story. You're not going to find a more friendly and expert place to do business. So don't sleep on your most important safety feature, your tires. Tire Depot just off Route 6 in Bristol. Online at tiredepotct.com. Would you rather be lost in the G League for $1 million or be a star in college for $500,000?
This is a question I've been having around our sports community for the last month. And it kind of is around one of our favorite UConn players that hasn't made a decision whether or not he's going to go to the draft.
Alex Caravan.
I mean, possibly we're talking about him, but maybe not. And I don't know what these numbers are, and I just present it to people as million versus 500,000, or like double of whatever. Like whatever you get as a pro is going to be double of what you get as an NIL. Let's just pretend that that's what's going on here, and I still can't come up with an answer for myself of what I would do personally. Like I'm so on the fence on this. I'm leaning towards the adult side of the fence, which would be go pro. Because of, I know the college regiment. People think that like professional athletes all day, every day, which it is. Right. You got to get your stuff done. You got some ancillary endorsement stuff to do. But college is all day, every day. Better believe it. Like you are on an itinerary.
It's two full-time jobs.
It is a full-time job.
And I have much love and respect for college athletes.
And I understand like you can be a star again and you're kind of the veteran amongst all these kiddos and stuff, and that's could be fun, but I don't know if I see people of my age often doing the pro stuff, even if it is G League or Italy or something overseas. I think now I'm leaning adult side a little bit. I'm leaning to take the more money and just see how it goes in the pros. That's what I'm leaning, but I've asked everyone this question.
I would tell kids, especially, let's just take baseball. You get drafted out of high school, and they give you the equivalent of a 4-year college education, maybe $1 million bonus. You're 17, 18 years. Take the money and go. You can always go back to college. Now, a lot of people, this is 40 years ago, you're never going to go back to college. That's not true. That's not true. If you have money and bankable money, like $1 million that could start right now, by the time you're 30, 35, it's going to double, triple, and depending on what it's put in. That being said, you could also get injured in college. If Alex Caravan or anybody else goes back for that bonus year like he did this year or next year and you blow out, now you have no more eligibility. Now you're based on 10 games, ACL tear, and it's like, okay, 22, I don't care how much 23. You made over your NIL lifetime. Your earning potential is maybe 5-10 years as a pro, maybe 15 if you're a really good pro. And then, then you're not going to have to worry about money and your family, maybe even another generation. That's generational money now in 2025. So my advice would be take the pro money, go play pro ball, but see, now your only focus that you have every day, like you said, is to become a better pro.
Yeah.
And it's honestly that's what I think most of these UConn kids, men or women, they go to the next level and they're able to cope with it on the most part because they're almost professionals at UConn.
Yeah.
They're going to school, they're going to practice, they're doing the 2 full-time jobs. So the money, you got to take as much money as you can in this life, especially as a younger person, because you never know you can get injured. Now, I'm talking about an athlete. And if you're always, I jokingly say this, but it's the reality. You could slip on a banana peel and it's over for you. You know, pitching, you could throw one pitch, get Tommy John surgery, and now boom. You know, it happened to the kid from the Mets, and now thankfully he's coming back with the Rangers. But you never know what lies down the street a week from now, health-wise. You know, and so I for these kids, take the money. Yes, you know, you've won 2 championships. You could play a 6th year, but I think at the same time, I always think of the kids that get hurt. Men and women that get injured, and it shortens their pro careers. It shortens your value as far as what you put in the bank.
The one thing, especially about this particular kid, he's really taking care of his academic side, and if he's going to, he's graduated. He's going to be able to pick another major to try to come up with.
Well, get your master's. If you're going to stay in college, then get a master's.
He could get his doctorate by the end of it. But also, he's a very talented podcaster as well. So, like, I don't know if that's a better market as a college player or a pro. I don't know. It's good to have options, I'll tell you that. But I don't know what I'd do. I really don't know what I'd do.
All right, when we come back to Daily Pickle, a rise to the IL. Spencer Strider, he's got bad leg issues. We'll talk about that next.